It is a story we first broke at City News. Fallout after 3 Toronto police officers were acquitted this week of sexually assaulting a female parking enforcement officer. We have found out that the chief of police is putting an end to rookie buy nights, and this is an internal memo confirming that, and he's putting an end to them immediately. Now, rookie buy nights are like an initiation, a rite of passage for the new officers who are expected to buy drinks for more senior officers, and that is how the night began that ended with 3 officers having sex with a female colleague. She always maintained that she was too drunk or drugged to give consent. Now, we know that there could be more repercussions to come, and the major question remains, what's next for these 3 officers? Will they get their jobs back? And what is the chief going to do about that?
And it goes without saying, he looks forward to finally being able to get back to work.
Right after the 3 officers were found not guilty of sexual assault, Constable Leslie Nisnick's lawyer indicated his client could be back on the job soon. But it may not be that simple. City News sources close to Chief Saunders have told us he is angry about their behavior the night they had group sex with a female colleague. And the judge who acquitted them made it very clear they may have been innocent of sexual assault, but they were guilty of questionable morals. In her ruling, Justice Anne Malloy wrote that on the stand, Officer Nisnick acknowledged many things that were not to his credit, like treating the complainant with shocking insensitivity and cruelty when he talked about calling in a prostitute right after the 3 finished having sex with her, his familiarity with staff at a strip club, privileged treatment in the bars with free drinks and food provided. At Pravda, where Nisnick's ex-girlfriend worked, the group of officers was given food and a bottle of vodka worth $750, all complimentary. The debate over whether the officers crossed a line and should be punished for their off-duty behavior has left the rank and file deeply divided. In other high-profile public cases, people have quickly lost their jobs, even though they weren't at work. The man who tossed a beer can onto the field during the Jays game, for example, was fired from the National Post long before he pled guilty. Mayor John Tory acknowledged there is an even greater expectation for public servants.
I can't say I'm not the mayor when I leave work at the end of a long day. I'm the mayor all the time. Police officers, while they may be off duty, are police officers all the time.
Chief Saunders is reviewing the officers' behavior with professional standards. Under the Police Services Act, an off-duty officer can be found guilty of misconduct if there's a connection between the conduct and the reputation of the police force. Now, in this internal memo written on behalf of the chief, it says, even when off-duty, our members must be accountable for their adherence or lack thereof to the core values of the Toronto Police Service. The 3 officers remain on suspension with pay.